What is the biggest misconception of you? What's a viewer opinion that is incorrect people have about you now?
And I'm a whore. I think I said that on our last interview. That I'm a whore. I'm not a whore in real life.
If you're not a whore, what are you?
Probably a thought, but okay, I'm joking. No, all jokes aside, like I see myself growing into like a more serious influencer. I'm getting older. Like my fan base, they grow with me, so it's like I don't know. It's like yeah, the clout chasing it's fun and whatnot, and it gets the tabloids going. But it's like at some point, it's like okay, what else? So right now, I'm just like I started my Instagram, all my social media is like pursuing music. But I remember at one point, like I had like 500,000 followers and just like no income. Yeah, I was making money off of promo, but it was like, how am I gonna do this music? Like, where's the funding gonna come from? Me, like I never like working a job, so it's like OnlyFans just it was Fan Central first, and then it was OnlyFans. So it's like that came up, and I just remember making like $10,000 the first day, and I kind of got trapped into just the income with that, and that income requires certain videos to be clickbait for the link, and I kind of got stuck in this world of like OnlyFans, and just I think I kind of just slept on my music career. But I always wanted to just be like an advocate for like mental health and like studios was like my therapy sessions, music, listening to beats. And I don't know. I think I finally hit the crossroad where it's like, okay, you still want to do OnlyFans or you want to start investing your money into your music career. So I'm a music recording artist. I'm a model. Um, yeah.
When it comes to OnlyFans, are you still active with OnlyFans at this point?
Yeah, not as heavy as I'm starting to. I've quit OnlyFans probably like 3 times before. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I'll get tired of it because I'm like, dang, it the money's good, but when it comes down to like, dating, some men I've dated, they're like, I don't like you having an OnlyFans. And at first I'd be like, oh, well, you're not the dude for me. Ooh, where I could have took it as, you know what, I've accumulated this amount of money, let me invest into something else. But it's like the money with OnlyFans is, you know how they say the money's root of all evil? Sometimes I find myself living and it's like, dang, yes, the money is good with OnlyFans, but it's like, look what you're doing for it. Not that I care, it's my body, it's my rights, it's just like, eventually I'm gonna want kids. Eventually I'm gonna want a boyfriend. And even though a man may say, yeah, I'm okay with it, are you really? And not saying I don't look for approval from a man, or it's really for myself. It's like I don't want to be selling nudes for the rest of my life. So there's that.
On the OnlyFans spectrum, there's some on the spectrum where there's no sexual activity. It may be just giving advice. Then there may be some sexual activity in the course of toplessness, twerking, or maybe it starts with twerking, then toplessness, maybe nudity. And then on the further end of the spectrum, it's porn, for lack of a better phrase, hardcore porn. Would that be a safe spectrum to uh, assess of OnlyFans at this point, from one side to the other?
I mean, OnlyFans is not just for sexual activity. There's people cooking on OnlyFans. It's more than just porn. I just feel like had I don't know, and that's where I bring it back to, like, I just started opening up, about my personal life with, what I've been through in my childhood. I could have been on OnlyFans and, I don't know, did funny skits or comedic cook or whatever. But I jumped on OnlyFans and did like, partial nudity pictures, modeling and stuff. But yeah, there's people that do porn. It goes that hardcore, but there's also people that cook and probably take pictures of dogs and stuff.
So was that as far as hardcore as it got for you, was just those nude photos?
Really? It's on silent, but my damn alarm. Sorry. Crap. Come on. How far did it get with me? Yeah, there's nudity, there's partial nudity, but as far as porn and doing like content with another guy, I haven't got that far. Thank God.
Was there a point it almost got that far for you in that world of OnlyFans?
Yes, because yes and no. I always told myself I will never do that type of porn. However, like when you're dating, certain men is like, when they see how much they could be getting from it, they're like, come on, babe, let's do this. And it's like, I'm kind of happy that didn't happen because those relationships didn't work out. So, you know, some men see OnlyFans girls as just like a meal ticket. So.
Now, what's the biggest check you've seen on OnlyFans in 1 month's time? When you first started, it was $10,000. You said that was the first day or the first month?
That was a day.
Okay.
In a day.
Not the first day, but one of your early days.
One of my best, because I have two different accounts. One of my best months was $298,000.
In 1 month's time?
1 month's time. So if I add from the other account, we probably made, what, $370,000.
Now, can you explain the two accounts?
So you have a VIP account, then you have a free account. So the VIP account, it's subscription based. You know, probably it's like what, $4.99 a month. Then your free account is free. You still pay for content, but it's free to sign up.
Care to share the screen name for both OnlyFans accounts and your Instagram screen name?
So my Instagram screen, it's and more, ITSANNEMOORE. And I don't even know my usernames for OnlyFans. My little motto is click the link in my bio. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm so like, I'm running away from OnlyFans right now. That's where I'm at mentally. It was never a permanent thing. I think I just got comfortable with the income. So y'all won't be seeing me on that platform for too much longer.
And when you say for too much longer, just for clarification, are you saying whatever's in the past that's out of you will still remain online? It's just there won't be any new content from you on that platform? Or would you be terminating all of that content at some point?
All of that content will be terminated. I have lawyers and, you know, it's my content, so.
Now, in regards to music, because you were using the OnlyFans money to fund music and your music career, what have music industry people said about you having an OnlyFans account? And as active as you were with OnlyFans at one point in time when you were making $300,000 plus in 1 month's time?
They never, I think what happens is, because I've ran into a lot of producers, celebrities, I think what happens is they see my social media and they automatically assume I'm this person, and like when you meet me in person, oh, I'm wild, I'm not like that. It's, I get work done. However, there's always yeah, let's hang out and so, I don't think they think anything of it, but I do think they could get something from it. Because you know how they say the industry, they do this, they do that. It's like, I'm not that type of gal. So if I was to ever deal with someone in the industry, it's only because they have the same financial backing as I do. Because I've tried dating people not on the same financial status, and it ends up being just like a take care of me situation. Whereas it could have been like a meet me halfway situation. So I don't deal with celebrities, you know, the ones that are in the music industry and stuff that assume I'm this type of way. I don't too much mingle. I don't get up with that side. They automatically assume, oh, she's an OnlyFans model. We all have this, oh, she gonna turn up. It's not that, it's my job.
But there are some recording artists that don't have an OnlyFans at all. And has anyone in the music industry ever said to you, because you are making the money you're making, the popularity you have on OnlyFans, things of that nature, that can overshadow the seriousness of your music or your music career or your talent? Was there any of that sort of dialogue from music industry people?
The most,
Like your OnlyFans profile is hurting you trying to move up in the music industry ladder for your music, so to speak.
I could get why that, I don't, no one has ever told me that specifically. But what was said is like, why would you quit OnlyFans? You make more money than most recording artists. They're in like 360 deals. They get this money up front, but all that money has to be paid back to their labels, and all that stuff is paid for. I pay for everything. I am my own label. It's just not tied to music. But what I tell people, like, I rather make money doing something that makes me happy. Sometimes it's not. Like, I've had like a lot of people, I used to read the comments. And it's just like a lot of people, they take this, oh, you're a woman, what type of influencer are you? Your nieces, your little sisters, what, it's just, I had to start from somewhere. I have a fan base now, whether it's men, whether it's bisexual women that like clicking the link in my bio. I also have followers that are underage. So it's just, this is a part of my transition. I know artists, I like saying Cardi B because like I'm a big fan of hers. She started in the strip club. But that didn't stop her from becoming a recording artist. My strip club is OnlyFans. So, and I like bringing her up because I'm like, if she could get out the strip club and, make money from doing something she loves, even if it's a pay cut, in my case, it's like, some people say, hey, you make more money than a lot of these rappers out here. I'm like, well, at least they're happy. They're doing something that they love. They're talented. So it's not even about the pay cut. I don't care if I make half of what I'm making now doing music. It's something that I want to do. That's where my happiness lies.
What is it about music for you that makes you happy?
What is it? I feel like I could listen to it. I could go in the studio. I could listen to a beat. I could get in my vibe, whether it's smoking and drinking, and I could make music about the people that I love, or I could make music about a heartbreak. It's just letting out. I've been to therapy before. I've been to different therapists, and I'm like, this shit doesn't help. But I'll go to the studio feeling down. As soon as I get to the studio, I'm happy. I leave the studio, and I just love hearing what I created. And I'll have other people listen to it, and it's just to hear their feedback. I have kid-friendly music that my nieces have listened to. It's not like I could show them, hey, look at my Instagram. I'm like, hey, listen to this song. What do you think about it? And how can I hear this song again? How could I do this? Just hearing kids like my music, whether it's family or not, it's like, okay, I could have a children fan base. I could tap into adults. Everyone's dealt with heartbreak before. Everyone's been in love before. It's just putting my life experiences into music and hearing it back and having other people relate to it.
What's been the feedback to your music thus far?
I haven't ran into not one person that didn't like my music. The only comment that I do be getting is that sometimes I use a little bit too much auto-tune. But, that's with the music not being mixed and stuff yet. And I feel like me being in the studio, I've been in the studio for a minute. I used to record myself off of my laptop with this app called Audacity. And, starting at home in a closet on a laptop to being in a professional studios, I felt like all of that was practice. I did not know how to sing 10 years ago. I'm not saying I'm money long, but I know a little something. I've been practicing. I've been, exercising my vocals. I forgot what the question was.
The feedback. What was the feedback
Yeah,
to the
but the
music?
feedback is amazing. I write all of my music I write. It's just the auto-tune part. Nothing I can't do, a little bit of mixing and mastering.
And for viewers watching this, once again, getting to know you for the very first time, or listening, getting to know you for the very first time, where can people find this music at?
I don't have any music released. However, I did perform on Baddies South with Zeus Network. They released a little clip. So everyone's been beating me down to release that record. It's called Baddies. I swear on my way here, I've been like contacting my team. I'm like, hey y'all, I think it's time for us to just swap over. Like, let's release the song and let's just keep consistent at it. So all the music will be coming very soon. I want to say for the New Year's, start the year off right, first quarter. So soon.
And speaking of mental health, you've mentioned that you have seen professionals in the past.
I have.
How many different professionals have you seen in regards to your mental health thus far?
Probably seen, let's say 3. This is over, 2-3 years ago. But like I said, I turned my therapy into the studio.
And the reason asking you these questions here is just for context. So you've seen 3 professionals. What were their titles? Was it just as simple as a therapist that all these 3 professionals were, or were they a little bit more than that?
Therapists. It's just like
So I think there's like psychotherapists,
there's
and
psychiatrists,
psychologists,
there's
and
people that take
psychiatrists.
medication. And honestly, to keep it, I kind of self-diagnose myself. Sometimes I just want to be heard. And after I get whatever I have to get off my chest, I'm good. That's why I'm like, okay, a therapist, they don't do nothing. Because I'm like, when I leave, I'm like, they didn't even help me. But no, sometimes people just want to be heard. And you can't go to a friend. Sometimes your friend going through something and you're putting your baggage on them. It's like, they probably got baggage too. So I put it in my music.
And the next question, after getting the context out of you, was what have the professionals in mental health said about you using music as a coping mechanism?
I never got that far with them. Every therapist I've seen, I probably went to them for one day and I never went back because I felt like it was just a run-on. They ask you the same questions and then, okay, your 60 minutes is up. Let's see you next week. I never seen what next week was, but I just felt like, okay, this therapist did the same thing. We stretch out one problem for the whole 60 minutes. And I feel like nothing is solved. But consistency is key. I don't know. Just not for me.